When you put yourself out there and have videos on the internet and talk weird and say stuff like, "What's up, guys?" it's only natural that people will have things to say about you or your content. Safe to say that's been the case for me for many years. I don't think there's anything unusual about that. Today it's Houndish versus Reddit and the comment section in general, as we take a look at some of the funny stuff that gets said on the internet. Some of it is valid feedback, some of it is just opinion, which everyone's entitled to. Other stuff is, well, I think it's nonsense. But safe to say there is a lot of funny stuff, so let's check it out. Someone certainly got their hopes up, as they pointed out on Destiny 2 Reddit here, when they saw a video by myself and another from Lucky 10p referencing vault changes. The excitement was there, but the disappointment was immeasurable because there was no vault space increase. Obviously, the wording vault changes indicates a possible vault space increase, but it literally does not say that at the same time. So I'm sorry. Otherwise, pointed out on Destiny Circle Jerk, Houndish made the mistake of including marathon content in his most recent video. And I'll tell you now, it was rough every time. There was a funny comment here. Marathon has nothing to do with Destiny. You still treat your followers like total idiots. Only because there will be marathon news does not mean there will also be Destiny 2 news. Take that well-deserved downvote. And I did. I undressed myself, climbed into the back of my car, and cried for about 4 hours after that. Do you guys remember the Article 13 stuff from a few years ago? It was kind of like a big doom and gloom. The game is up for content creators in Europe type thing. I can't even remember what the legislation actually was, but rip the boy Houndish. I'm about to end this man's whole career. That was 6 years ago. Wow. Somehow it hasn't happened. Not yet, anyway, not quite. Sometimes you'll get criticism though. Congrats to Houndish for world's first. He was the first YouTuber to get that 10-minute video out on a 56-second video. I thought it was going to be Kakis HD, but I guess not. Messer Sean came close with 8 minutes 27, but Houndish finished him off. I can't remember what this is in reference to, but look at any number of popular creators for Destiny, overanalyzing very short videos for 10 or 15 minutes at a time. Some people like it, some people don't. The good thing is that you can stop watching anytime you like. That's now a human right, so keep it in mind. This was an interesting one, Houndish's new venture, and it shows 2 videos side by side. One where I'd said I won't be posting Destiny 2 news today, probably, and the next one, Grilled Feast, Basics with Babish. The strange thing is that the video above was me actually talking about the birth of my first child, which had happened on that day. So those 2 videos side by side, and then the subsequent comment section, you can imagine the kinds of things that were said. I can assure you, no children were eaten though. What's up guys, Houndish here. How long it would take to answer the question? 2 seconds. How long the YouTuber takes to answer the question? 10 minutes and 6 seconds. I guess that is the YouTube metagame. Again, I'm sorry. All Houndish videos in a few words though. With love, 1 minute long ass intro before the video actually starts, which could be summed up in, "What's up guys, Houndish here." I can't do a worse version of my actual intro. I guess I'll just talk normally and it'll pretty much count anyway. The rest of the video could go either way, however. Talks about something absolutely awesome, which is pretty amazing stuff. Talks about something absolutely mediocre, which is pretty amazing stuff. Or something absolutely disgusting, which is pretty good stuff. And have an awesome day. Dope AF end music. Houndish, I need you for something. When Destiny players get the Xenophage quest but don't know what to do because it hasn't been data mined. It's no secret that I've used the API to our advantage many times over the years. Not to get too serious though, there's a difference between viewing the public Bungie API and data mining. They are quite different things with quite different implications. Data mining is actually generally something I do not do. Good reply to that thread though. What's up guys? Houndish here. Most of the D2 YouTubers put out the exact same shit, but I like his because of his accent and how he explains things. Are you talking about the shit? And Astacross because he explains stuff well and talks through it despite his voice. Astacross has got a great voice, dude. I do appreciate the kind of compliment, maybe, I think. Someone else also put me in a list with Cross, Jarv, Fallout Plays, and Kakis, saying these guys are the best at talking about updates. I guess that's a positive one. It's nice to be thrown in with some absolute goats of the Destiny community. Back in the day as well, someone shared a screenshot that they met me randomly on IO. Man, the Wanted Blood Cleaver bounty adventure. That's what they were called. They were adventures. Man, do you remember that? Somebody said, damn, he's got Reckoner already. That's pretty nuts. This was, I think, like a week and a half or 2 weeks after it had come out. I did have it very early. Somebody said, surprise, this isn't a 10-minute video about F all. Well, my friend, if you want one, I'm pretty sure I can find a way to hook you up. Houndish, Unknown Player, and Rick Kakis have such repetitive and boring voices? I guess one of the issues is that a voice is a voice. You could argue that by its very nature, it's repetitive. But I do get ya, we're talking about the same game, content drops, weapons, enemies, it's all Destiny, innit? I hate it. Only joking. But it joins the list of various funny comments. Houndish, you have to be getting money from Bungie. Please stop trying to sugarcoat this turd in hopes that you'll still have a channel once the game finally dies. You're making a fool of yourself. That is one of my favorites from back in the day. It was the time I was called a fool because I didn't assume that Saint 14's shotgun was an exotic. This is when it was brought back for Curse of Osiris. But it wasn't an exotic, was it? Another one from back when Xur could actually spawn in multiple locations. Your title says new Xur location, yet he's not in any new location. Such a disappointment. Man, if your excitement is based on where Xur is standing, then you've got to be the easiest Destiny player to please in the world. Also, no one gives an F about your videos, or D3, or anything to do with fucking D2, so shut the fuck up about it and stop making videos on it. You suck at making YouTube videos. Somehow I've survived a relatively long period of time being completely awful at everything. And to be totally genuine, I do consider myself to be very lucky. So I played a drinking game last night, loaded up a random Houndish video and took a shot of whiskey every time Houndish said, "But of course," which was a really bad idea. Hell, given where the game and the community vibes are at the minute, playing a drinking game like that sounds like fun. I can kind of remember what fun is like. A little bit. I'm gonna try it again one day. What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're going to be talking about a few things that we're talking about, which is pretty cool. Right here we see something bad right here, which I thought was pretty cool content. Dude, I love comment sections and the internet. Exhausting as it is, you do have to pick out the stuff that at least brings you a bit of amusement, especially at this day and age. So if you feel like throwing any hate my way, go for it. Probably shouldn't open that floodgate, but actually, did I need to open that floodgate? I don't think I did. All you streamers do is try to hype people up for this trash fire. You're pathetic. This game will still play the exact same way as it did this year. Glitches and bugs and bounties. Yay, I can't wait to do the same crap I've been doing. Hashtag Stop Destiny's streamers. Apparently, we are all losers. Man, you need to work on that self-esteem. Houndish, I like your videos, but I hate your voice. You sound like someone who has never heard Steve Irwin doing a terrible impression of Steve Irwin. That one is actually kind of funny. Who the hell is Steve Irwin, mate? Houndish, please work on your terrible pronunciation of words. You literally said router. Doesn't matter what your native tongue or accent is, it's pronounced router. And all I can say there is that I come from England, mate. Sorry. Over here, we're still trying to figure out how to speak English.
Router.
What's wrong with Houndish's voice? Is he on speed? No, I'm not, but it might make this more tolerable. Also, Crafty said, "F you, but thanks for the news." Somebody said, "Do you want to explain the symbol at the start of your channel? You know the one. Take it the f out or I'll tell everyone what it means and show them the FBI document of what it means and how I can prove it relates to yours." Guys, hope you've enjoyed this little bit of fun. If you have, feel free to drop us a rating down below. Otherwise though, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.